All right. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy for the faces that I got to see. And if you're watching this later on the YouTube channel, glad you get to see me before my big break on YouTube. I just wanted to give you guys some updates. I'm glad to see your faces, and I'm glad that everyone is doing well right now. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit scary. It's a little bit tough. You're not the only ones having a tough time with it. And so I just wanted to give you a little updates and insight on what the next 2 weeks could look like. Obviously, things are always changing fast. But I wrote some notes, and I think the number one thing I wanted to say to you guys is prioritize your and your family's well-being. This packet is 100 pages, but the important thing is that you guys are safe, you're happy, you're healthy. Whatever you need to do to get through the day and be a happy family, that's what's most important. And especially you guys in kindergarten, they learn from doing so much stuff. I've seen families building forts. I've seen families doing a dragon day. All of that stuff is really valid and really great learning experiences for the kids. So we're going to be offering kind of the maximum level of suggestions of stuff you can do each day, an amount of stuff you can do. That's build up to that. Don't feel like you have to hit the ground at that level because you're not school. Don't worry. Yes. Okay. The other thing I wanted to say is, I know that, kids are hearing things about COVID-19, coronavirus, and all that, and don't be afraid to talk to them about the reality of what's going on. And kids, you can ask your parents questions if you're hearing words that you don't know about or that you want to learn more about. That's totally fine. It's important to know, this is different. It's weird. It's not our normal way of being together. And it's because grown-ups in the school are working hard to keep everyone safe right now. And the main thing is that you guys just need to wash your hands and follow directions. That's the main thing you're going to do to keep everyone safe. You guys are doing everything else right, okay? And if you have questions, you can ask your parents, and parents, you can ask me. I've been emailed so many resources by so many people. So I always have that. Okay, I'm going to pause. I'm going to unmute you all in case you have any questions. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about what I said so far or feedback? Okay, bless you guys. It's a long one. Oh, someone has some feedback. I don't know who. All right, I'm going to put you guys on mute again.
Gerber.
It's not your
Gerber.
It's your brother.
All right. So the next thing I wanted to say is in kindergarten, we have a schedule every day, and it's pretty much the same thing almost every day. And I recommend, hi Colts. I recommend making a schedule and kind of sticking to it as well as you can. Also, I'm going to be sharing, we made a little sample schedule, and I'm just going to be sharing that with all of you via Remind, but you can feel free to follow it or not follow it, but just something to help you guys get started. Any routine is helpful. Hi, Ariana, that's a good smile. I definitely recommend having a workspace if you have space in your home as well. I try to set up a workspace as well. And if you have a table or an area that you're not using, maybe keep all your supplies there so they don't get carted from room to room. If you need it for yourself, then don't worry about using it for your student. But if you have it, use it. What else do I recommend here? Oh, and another reminder, intersperse breaks through whatever you're doing. In kindergarten, we don't do anything for more than 10 to 20 minutes at a time. So do a little work, put in a movement break, do a little work, let them do something independent, do a little work, take a reading break. You should not worry about being a teacher, even though you are all more capable than you think you are, but you're more of a learning partner, and I'm here. It's truly going to be teamwork. If you are really worried, you can always reach out to me, but I'm confident that you guys are doing a great job, and just do what you have to do to be happy in your own home. Speaking of communication, wait, actually, let me unmute you. Does anyone have any questions or concerns about that? You can say it if you want. I can hear you. Hi,
Gerber,
yes.
this is Rayleigh's dad.
Hi.
Hey, so what about the kids who don't have access to any of this?
Yes, that is why all of the digital part, the YouTube channel and everything is all going to be optional and supplementary. The only work that we will be having every kid do is the packets, which has the same information for everyone. And we are able to, if you're not able to pick up those packets, we're able to deliver them to you or have someone deliver them as well. So I'm sorry, I'm going to mute you guys while I talk about that. Sorry, because it got loud. Yes, so the packets are the thing that everyone's going to be doing. I'm also going to be reaching out to families. You can expect at least once a week to have a one-to-one conference with me, and that can either be by live texting. I've made sure that families are available to me by Remind. It can be via phone, or it can be Zoom if you're interested in something like that. And the reason that we made things on YouTube is because it's a pretty universal platform where people can see it. You don't have to download anything or anything like that. Okay, I'm going to unmute you guys. That was a really good question. Thank you. Did that
Sounds
answer
good.
it, or do you have more? Okay, thanks for thanks, Rayleigh. Yeah, and that actually, you kind of brought me to my next point. Okay, I'm going to mute you guys again. So my next point is what you can expect from me and from the other teachers in terms of communication. So we are going to be putting out videos on YouTube with more information about your daily work for the packets. If you want to watch those, they are helpful. They're intended to be helpful, but they are not mandatory, and they don't contain anything that the packets don't contain. It's more like guidance, information from the teachers. We might demo a couple of activities if we think it might be hard to follow, something like that. So you can expect those daily, technology willing, but we do have tomorrow's ready to go. So that's good. And you can also expect, like I said, every week I'll be contacting you at least once a week to have one-on-one conversation. We're going to try and use Sign Up Genius, that website that I use for parent volunteers. We're going to try and use that to find the right times. But if that's not working, we'll adapt. And then the third form of communication is we're going to have open office hours twice a week. One will be an hour in the afternoon, one will be an hour in the evening, and that's where parent communication will be our priority. So if you feel like you have something else you need to address, you can go ahead and just text me and be like, hey, are you available? And anytime during that hour, I'll definitely be available to you. As always during the school day, I'm available via text and email, but I may be on another call with another family or doing curriculum and content planning. So that's kind of where we're going to start. Daily YouTube videos, one-to-one conferences once a week during the afternoon, about 20 minutes, and then office hours Tuesday evenings and Wednesday afternoons. I think we decided that we would do that. We'll try and do it at one that's after work hours to help you guys out, because I know you're juggling a lot. And yeah, those can all be accessed via either just texting back and forth with me on Remind, like I'll be just talking to you, or talking on the phone, or we can do a Zoom call if you want to do a video chat. And we're kind of trying to work as a grade level team as we figure things out to roll out more like fun things like this, maybe doing live read alouds or live art projects, sing-alongs, science, that kind of thing, at least 2 or 3 times a week, because it's nice to see you guys. This is the most fun part of the job. Doing all the planning is the less fun part of the job. So you can look out, we'll announce when that starts. The conferencing will start on Monday for this week, Thursday and Friday. you can just consider it open office hours basically from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., which means you can reach out to us and we'll do our best to respond timely. And if you need a phone call, we can do a phone call or a Zoom. It'll just be open office hours where we kind of figure everything out. And then we'll start the schedule on Monday. I'm going to unmute you if you guys have any more questions. Any questions about that or concerns? None from Rayleigh. That's good. Okay.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Jeanette.
This is AJ's grandmother. I'm guessing that week one, lesson one starts tomorrow, correct?
Yes, we're going to start tomorrow. So, yeah, we'll be a little off. And some people might start today.
Okay.
But we wanted to make sure to really like roll things out slowly. And we know that you guys are busy and you might not have had a chance to start today.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, good.
And then one other to go with that, this package is together for 2 weeks. It's stapled. Can we separate the days as long as we keep everything in the packet?
Yes, please just don't throw anything out because they're changing the guidelines about how we're like assessing and planning construction. So we try not to get rid of it, but don't have to keep it in order. We'll figure it out. I don't know.
So at the end of the 2 weeks, we're going to have a general idea. You'll know what we're supposed to do with this to return it to you, or
yes. That is our plan to know. Obviously, we're receiving updates from the government very rapidly, just like you guys are, but we are in communication with the district and with Patrick, the principal, to figure out what we're doing with the work that the kids are producing. It's a little hard for Kate, but that's why I don't have more specific answers. Oh, but actually, that does remind me too. If you guys need more scissors or glue, things like that, you can get a hold of it from school. So contact me. Okay, and I'm happy to help you access those resources. Okay, I'm going to thank you all for 1 second, and I'm going to say the last little bit, which is there are digital resources that are being made available district-wide, things that we use in the classroom already, like Dreambox, or also a new program that the little kids don't normally get called Lexia. We are working, since our students are not very familiar with those programs, and since we have all the login information and they never log themselves in, we are working as a grade level team to figure out the best way to roll that out and release it. As Rayleigh's dad mentioned before, not everyone has access as well to iPads or devices like that. So we just kind of want to figure out the best, most equitable way to do that. So we figured we'll get everyone started on the packets and the YouTube and the Zoom and get that rolling. And that will kind of be our next priority, is figuring out what, if any, apps or programs we'll be recommending or having you guys use. And that is kind of the end of my list of things. So I'm going to stop the recording. So if you want to come back to video, and then I'll unmute you as well, and then we can all say goodbye and ask any last questions. All right. Stopping